Interesting. So, we have barely arrived to Riften, and this city is already promising to be very, very, very interesting. So, Riften. This is the plaza, the central plaza. There's a bit of a market going on here.
Have a look. Don't waste your time anywhere else. Come shop with me.
And last longer. Buy some new armor from me.
Well, maybe this is the kind of place where, in a hopefully not too distant future, I will be able to put my own stall. So yeah, that's the entrance. Alright. That here, I mean, this here must be the keep that I read about in that note. It looks like a keep. It feels like a keep. Okay. Well, seeing the guards are here, I have a feeling these might be the barracks for the guards.
Those snowback Imperials renounced humanity when they laid down before the Thalmor.
Yes. Absolutely. Right. I need to remember there's a whole civil war going on here in Skyrim. Skyrim is trying to secede from the Empire and, well, it seems like here in Riften, the tendency is the secessionist one. That means I should probably be careful with what I say.
What is it?
Nothing. Sorry, I'm just exploring. I'm new in town, you know. She is really giving me a kind of a death stare.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Honor Hall Orphanage. I see.
No lollygagging.
Sorry. She's remarkably... Maybe they are twins, and she also had the death stare. Okay. So we can go down the canal level.
And great prices from an Argonian you can trust.
Forge.
Protect yourself right.
Good morning, sir.
What brings you to Balamon today? Looking for some armor? A weapon, perhaps?
Nothing of the sort. What do you sell here?
I've got arms and armor of all kinds. And if it's broken, I can mend it.
Oh, that's useful to know. Do you seem quite proud of your work?
Smithing's been in my blood for generations. I owe my success to my forefathers and their recipe for flame. The secret is my forge. It consumes fire salts, a strange mineral that burns as hot as red mountain lava.
Interesting.
Well, it was. Sadly, this forge is dying, and I've used the last of my fire salts. If I can't feed it soon, it may grow cold.
Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, but you definitely look like a perfectly capable and good smith, even if your forge use, some more mundane means.
Buy some armor and live
The quality of your work surely wouldn't diminish.
Shutting this place down would dishonor my family's heritage, but what other choice will I have?
I mean, you don't need to shut it down. You can just feed it the normal kind of fuel, like every other smith does.
protect yourself. Buy
Well, are you very busy right now with, civil war, current events, all the things that are going on?
People say I'm making gold off of other people's misery, but what else would I do? Smithing is all I know. Next time one of my shields deflects a killing blow, they'll change their tune.
I absolutely agree. Whoever says that, clearly, well, that's kind of how the economy works. Say, do you exercise by any chance? You seem quite strong. I mean, no, I'm not trying to hit on you or anything.
Thanks. What can I say? I had to train.
Train. What is your secret to training?
Sure, I'll teach you to exercise. Come on.
Oh, thank you.
We train now. Go!
Oh God. Oh. That was very tiring. Thanks, but maybe we keep this a secret. I'm not proud.
Much appreciated. Don't worry, I won't tell a soul. Just keep at it.
Absolutely. Whew.
protect yourself right. Buy armor from Grelka.
Oh, my back hurts. Oh, my legs hurt. Muscles I didn't even know I have hurt. Blackbriar Meadery. Okay.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
I have no intention of disrespecting you, sir. Although it would be interesting to know what passes as law here in Riften. General store, perhaps, over here?
Welcome to the Pond Prawn. Come on in, take a look around.
Thank you very much. Pond Prawn, that's...
Hello there, friend. Welcome to the Pond Prawn. What can I help you with?
Well, nothing really. Well, I am looking for potions and such, but it's an interesting name you have here for your shop.
Catchy, isn't it? In my youth, I was a fisherman. I had a beautiful ship named the Brawny Prawn. But the years have a way of creeping up on me.
Oh, tell me about
I
it.
ended up selling that ship to open this place. Seemed only fitting to name it after her. Well, changed it a bit, I suppose. If I had been smarter, I would have kept my boat. Coming to this city was a big mistake.
Really? Why?
The question is, what isn't wrong with Riften? This city is corrupt, rotten to the core. No one cares about anything except themselves, and how much coin they can make off the misery of others.
Well, this city has a bit of a reputation, in fact. I kinda heard it already back from the Imperial City. Is it really all that bad? I mean, if you talk to the authorities, they couldn't help you. Well, I guess, the Blackbriar things. But maybe the Jarl or someone?
Authorities? Have you been listening to what I said? They're all dirty. Every one of them. The only way to get things done in this city is to keep your head down and pay off the right people.
Got it. Sir, I'm here buying potions. Do you have any by any chance?
Some may call this junk. Me? I call them treasures.
Healing, healing. Perfect. Thank you very much.
All right, then.
Ooh, I'm still in pain from that training before. And we stay at it for a pretty while. It's almost lunchtime. You know what? Even though that shopkeeper over there really kind of seems to hate Riften, I like it. I do like it. So okay, now I'm back to the entrance. Let's see what is down here. Oh, hello, kitty. Come here. Kitty, kitty. Oh, there's a shop over there too. Alchemy shop. Well, more potions for me to buy.
Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents.
That's nice to know. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
You here for lessons like Ingen? Or did you wish to buy something?
Well, I would like to buy something, sir.
You here for lessons like Ingen? I'm sorry, but I have no time to teach you.
Then why did you ask? Anyway, as I said, I'm here to buy.
Take a look.
Minor healing and plentiful healing. Thank you.
Are you feeling all...
What was she talking to me? I'm looking ill still.
Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents.
Excuse me, ma'am. Were you talking to me before?
Feel free to look around. If my cleaning gets in your way, just let me know.
Oh, thank you very
Oh
much.
my... Where's my head? I never even greeted you properly. Welcome to Elgrim's Elixirs. Can I help you with some herbal needs?
Yeah, you do seem to have your hands pretty full around here.
I swear if I wasn't around, Elgrim would forget to eat his meals. How we make any coin at all is beyond me. In fact, I need to arrange for someone to pick up an ore sample for me in Shore Stone. Goodness knows Elgrim won't lift a finger to do it.
Ah. Well, it's not... If it's not very far, I could get it for you. I mean, there's coin involved. I hope.
You would? Oh, that would be wonderful. Speak to Filnyar in Shore Stone. He's got some sort of ore sample he wants us to identify and was willing to pay us well for it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Be careful. The road to Shore Stone could be dangerous.
Well, I will be careful then. Thank you for the heads up. So she wasn't talking to me because actually I feel pretty fine. Maybe some of the other people in there were sick. Interesting thing is that I have 5,600 septims, if I remember correctly. As far as, well, the day before yesterday, I still had somewhere around 800. So yeah, these potions, well, cost me quite a bit, but I have a still pretty good margin over here to feel pretty comfortable. What's this?
Look good in a fight and last longer. Buy some new armor from me.
If you want my opinion on Blackbriar Mead, I have nothing bad to say. I'd rather not go to bed missing a toe.
Understandable. Is this some kind of temple? Good morning. Sorry, I'll try to keep my voice down. Shrine of Mara. Yes, this is definitely a temple. Good day, sir.
How may I help you, my son?
Well, I'm just exploring, and is this a temple? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a temple. Temple of Mara, right?
Wonderful. Where to begin? Mara is the goddess of love. The temple spreads her gifts by tending to the sick, the poor, and the lost. We also perform wedding ceremonies for all the loving couples in Skyrim.
Oh, okay. Okay. So if I were eventually to have a wedding, you know, in some hypothetical future, I would be coming here.
Yes, if you were ready, of course. Are you familiar with how marriage works in Skyrim?
Well, I assume it's the same as everyone else.
Typically, love in Skyrim is as earnest as the people who live here. Life is hard and short, so there's little room for long courtship. A person who is looking for a spouse simply wears an amulet of Mara about the neck, showing they are available.
What?
When another person shows interest and the two agree to be together, one of them comes to the temple and we arrange a ceremony.
Well, that seems awfully... What's the word I'm looking for? Awfully artificial, right? Well, not artificial. What can you tell me about Mara?
Mara's domain encompasses the emotions we strive the most to embrace: love, compassion, and understanding. It's difficult to appreciate her gifts in these dark times, but you should consider her light a beacon in the storm.
Understandable. Well, thank you very much, sir.
May you return to her benevolence and safety.
So I think I'm gonna head to the the inn, and I'm going to have a bit of a lunch. And afterwards, I'm gonna talk to that Blackbriar character in the prison. If they let me in.
You've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here.
Hey, Talon, get off your lazy tail and take care of the customer.
Oh,
You want a drink?
sure. What's on the menu?
Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both?
I'm hungry as of right now, so I will buy your cooked pugfish. Thank you.
Keep your scales on.
Are you talking to her, right? Yeah. The cooked pugfish. There we go. Yes, I would love to use a table. I've been eating with my bare hands for too long. And I'm gonna drink that nice special drink you offered me yesterday. White Gold Tower. This is so good. This is much better than I expected. And I already expected it to be pretty good, you know? Seems to be having effect already. For a moment there I couldn't speak. So, I think I will be heading to the jail. See if I can interject for that gentleman over there to the Blackbriar fellow.
Your nose clean while you're here, outsider.
Absolutely, sir. I do not intend to cause any trouble.
Make a deal with me, and you won't be disappointed. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is this the prison?
Trust you're not planning any trouble.
Absolutely not. Is this the prison by any chance? I get the feeling it is. May I pass? Good afternoon.
Hey, you're not supposed to be down here. Official business only.
Yes. See, this is not really official, but well, it kind of is. I need to talk to C.B. Blackbriar, if you know what I mean.
Oh, my mistake then. Sorry, you can go on ahead.
Thank you, sir. I'm very glad we could understand each other.
I suppose it's not too late to retire. Could even take to the seas again. Join Damien.
What? Hello?
You there. What are you doing?
Good afternoon. I was here to talk to C.B. Blackbriar. And also to perform some last rites. For some reason I feel the need to say that.
Mm-hmm. Cells are off limits to citizens. You know that. Remove yourself from here. And don't go saying anything to Eric by the door either. Can't even take a piss in this city without someone trying to know about it.
Okay, but...
Yes. I'm sure your work is very important and you must get through. But that won't be happening on my watch. Tell your betters at the Thieves Guild or Brotherhood or whomever you represent that business within Riften isn't as profitable as you might like. Find someone else to buy off. Now be gone.
The invaders think us all lawless beasts. I'm proof of their ignorance.
Well, that's interesting. She seems like a tough woman to deal with. Is she
I've got my eye on you.
Yeah, sure, sir, but... Is she as tough?
What is it, Red God?
I'm trying to tell you, is she as tough as she sounds and unreasonable as she sounds? Crazy Khajiit. Important. The Crazy Khajiit on Cell 1 is not to be disturbed. He paid us good money for that cage, so don't go bothering him. If he's still here in a month, I think we should enforce a little rent increase. I doubt we'll get the chance though. You've all seen the way he looks. Won't be surprised if he tries to... If you see him in a particularly mode, get in there and stop him. He's been using the key we gave him, so if you need him there in a hurry, use the spare in the broken strongbox above the fireplace. A dead man can't pay rent. Warden Norton. Oh wow. You know, I don't want to get in that woman's hair. She seems like she doesn't really know where she wants to go.
Keep trying. I'm sure you'll make it through to your quarry one of these days. Cause any trouble, however, and I'll be more than happy to put you in one of these cells myself. It's not anywhere near as comfortable as you might think. Believe me.
Uh-huh. Sure. She escorted me back to the door. So you know, none of you have a problem with me being there, but she for some reason just cannot stand it. Not even when I told her that I just needed to speak to Sibby Blackbriar. Yeah, no, for some reason she just cannot accept that. Cannot even hear it.
Watch what you're doing.
And she's still there. What, are you gonna escort me back now? No? So I need to be within 5 paces from you or something like that? What weird people. Yeah, okay. You know, I'm gonna stay 5 paces away from you.
Watch what you're doing.
Oh, you're following me. You kinda want to get into the 5
Clear sky.
paces.
Perfect weather for traveling.
Are you still...
What's that, Mr. Dragonfly? The outside world is a scary place. Well, yes, I suppose it can be. It can be beautiful too. You should try it.
Someone talking to a dragonfly. But I need to talk with this Sibby. What are you making it so hard from me? Ah, there she is. Ah, I can get... You know what, I'm gonna just talk with Sibby Blackbriar.
Just because I'm in a cage doesn't mean you have to stay in yours, Mr. Dragonfly.
So he seems to be the Khajiit the note we're talking about.
Have you come to gawk at me, or is this a social call?
Excuse me, no, I'm looking for Sibby Blackbriar.
Ah, finally. Someone besides the stupid guards to talk to.
Are you Sibby Blackbriar by any chance? If you are, some guy in the inn sent me. He said something about papers and horses.
Ah, and let me guess. He wants his horse. Well, that's going to be a bit of a problem. See, I don't really outright own Frost.
Okay, so you, instead of selling the horse, you were leasing the horse on someone else's behalf?
That is correct. You see, Frost belongs to the Blackbriar estate. Technically, everything in the estate is owned by my mother, Maven. My plan was to take the horse from our lodge and deliver it to Latrush at the stables. Obviously, that didn't exactly work out as I'd planned. Still, I don't want to cross Latrush. Tell you what, steal the horse and deliver it, and you can have the second half of the payment.
Yeah, but you know, I've been in town for a really little time. I just came here last night. And I kinda already know that your mom, Maven, seems the kind of woman I don't wanna cross.
Sure, take advantage of the guy in jail. Okay, fine, I can make the deal sweeter. I obviously don't have anything here, but there's a hidden stash in the lodge. And I did manage to hold on to the key.
Oh.
Take it.
Well, thank you, sir. What is that? Hello?
So the esteemed guard finally agreed to send me some company, This place is hardly the gold standard of comfort, let me tell you.
You, sir, seem like a Dremora, a Daedra.
What gave it away, I wonder? My dashing good looks? Tendency to spit fire? Eat babies? Your skills of observation are unmatched.
Ha ha.
But not to worry. I'm not here to eat anyone. Today, at least.
Well, this is very weird.
As are many things in this life, my stone-faced friend. I tend to think of it as rolling with the punch, so to speak.
Yeah, you do seem like a kind of person who really likes talking, huh?
Not everyone is fortunate enough to be given these gifts, my friend. Why not use them?
So what is doing a Dremora inside a cell, if I may ask?
Well, that is quite the tale. Name's Bacchus. I consider myself a traveler of sorts. Been wandering the plains in some form or another for well, let's not focus on time as much, shall we? You may beg to differ, but I can assure you that even Oblivion gets rather dull after a while. All the purges, damnation, wailing, it's all a bit much, and I find myself to be appreciative of more earthly pleasures.
Uh-huh. Was that supposed to be a joke? But why did you come to Tamriel, though?
Why not, I say? You have all manner of interesting things, and most of Mundus is excruciatingly dull. All that static, cyclical nonsense would drive anyone mad, although I suppose dear Shio has that particular aspect covered for all of us. So I set out on my own and decided to take in all the worlds have to offer. And here we are.
I assume when you talk about old Shio, you mean the Daedric Prince of Madness, Shiogorath? Well, but you know, you're a Daedra. What are you doing in the cell? You can travel between planes of oblivion.
Right. Of course. As you can see, the locals haven't spared any expense in offering me their hospitality. But it's just delaying until a noble from the Imperial City gets here. I hear the crone's bringing her entire family with her. That should make for some excitement at the execution.
Okay.
Meredith or Merilith or something like that. One of the many trying to reclaim their family's honor. What I did to deserve such a fate, who can say? Mortals have always found my charm and wit difficult to resist, let me tell you.
Well, I am finding it very easy to resist, actually. I do not understand your strange laughter at times. Well, your sense of humor certainly seems, well, much more refined than my own, maybe. Yeah, I guess you are definitely innocent, are you?
Well, I also might have sort of plowed her daughter a little.
Okay, I would find it very weird if anyone would want that.
Of course. Who could resist such a fine specimen as the one before you? I'm all too eager to please, mortal. Yes, dear Raphenia was more than happy to get acquainted with everything this heretical spawn of oblivion had to offer. Surely you know what nobles are like.
Oh yeah.
Court intrigue and who's wearing the biggest hat only lasts for so long. Soon they get bored and look for other pursuits.
Oh yeah.
Whatever the point of her little ritual, she certainly wasn't expecting someone so roguishly handsome to step through. I'm quite good with my fingers, you know, as well as my tongue. Some of it was even using the lute. Alas, that's where we now find ourselves. I have to say, though, it was definitely worth it.
Okay. Well, thank you for answering my questions. I do understand that part about noble people, though. They do have the strangest of pastimes. But farewell.
Surely you can wait around a while longer. It is rather, rustic in here, and I would relish the opportunity to be on the other side of this cage again. If you aren't willing to have my company, of which I remind you is the finest around, you could leave a lockpick at least. How about it?
What? You are a Daedra. You are a Dremora. You could literally travel between planes of oblivion. Why do you need me to leave you a lockpick?
And what harm is there in a little indulgence from time to time, I could even show you a thing or two. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Should you wish to have some company on the road, intimate or otherwise, why not take Oblivion's best?
Because I don't deal with Daedra or Dremora, okay? So no, thank you for offering, but I'm not interested. Besides, you don't need a lockpick. You can literally just vanish or something, go into other planes of oblivion, and from there you are free to go as a bird, as you've always been.
Pity. Well, I suppose I can pass the time breaking the will of any stragglers from the local inn who come to taunt me.
Maybe.
Perhaps we'll see each other again in the plains somewhere. It'll be an amusing reversal of this situation, that's for sure.
Ah! See? I knew it. I knew he was trying to play me in some way. This whole thing...
I think you might be in the wrong place, Bredgard.
Sorry. I knew it. Yeah, he's all offering things and company and such and whatever, blah 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 blah. He just could have been gone whenever he wanted, right? But he wanted some entertainment, I guess. And I presume he looked at my face and said, "Oh, that seems someone I can make fun of." Well, now I can't. Excuse me, ma'am. May I take the spare key for the Khajiit? I would like to have a few words with him. Thank you. Now let me leave you a lot of room. Hello, sir. Good evening. May I enter, please? So I couldn't help but notice that you seem... Well, besides talking to a dragonfly over here, I read a couple of notes about you. How are you doing and why are you here by your own volition, even paying the guards to do so?
Come to kill me at last, have you?
What?
Thank the gods. I can bear the guilt no longer.
Guilt for what?
I know I must die. Beware, though. My newfound honor demands I defend myself.
What are you talking about?
I am in no mood for jokes. Strike me down. Take your revenge.
I have no intention of striking you down. In fact, who are you? What are you talking about? Who are you?
You don't remember? That is my fault also. I am your so-called friend Inigo. I was the one who killed you. I tried anyway. I am guilty. Kill me.
You know, I don't recall dying recently. I recall many times that I almost died, Yes, none of them was by hand of a blue Khajiit. I think I would remember that. Why are you here?
After I shot you, I finally realized my mistake and tried to turn myself in. Your body was gone. The guards did not believe me. They said I was wasting their time. I had to pay them to put me in this cell. It is where I belong. I needed to repent. I need to repent.
I really am not the person you are looking for. Besides, if you thought I was dead, then why are you waiting for me?
I heard tales of a remarkable adventurer, both brave and resourceful, matching your description.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
I knew it was you. It had to be. I knew you would be coming for me, so I waited. Are you going to kill me or not?
Look, mister, you seem very nice, you seem also very honorable, and you seem like you are going through something very deep. But whatever description you heard, I hope it was more than it has dark skin. There are many people who can match that type of description, you know? So I really hope for your sake that there was more to it. Besides, adventurer. I do not call myself an adventurer, really. I do appreciate the, you know, resourceful and skilled part, but I don't think I am the person both you heard of or the one you think I am.
I see that I must relive it again. Your memory is not what it was. We met on a job.
No, we didn't. I mean, well, what kind of job? It was more than 5 or 6 winters ago in the slums of the Imperial City. You know, I was working as a professional companion of sorts. You didn't hire me, did you?
The killing kind.
Ah, okay.
We were hired by a lord called Dupin to kill his brothers. With them gone, Dupin would inherit a great fortune and promised us much gold in return. Do you remember none of this?
It's really not ringing any bell.
Before we left, Dupin told me that if only one of us returned from our mission, that one would get the other's reward also. I was hooked on skooma at the time, and I had a bit of a debt problem. So...
Ah, I see what's going on. Yeah. You know what? Years ago, I was a bit hooked on skooma myself, and I can tell you that has a way of messing with one's memory. I really am not the one you think I am, but I'm guessing that you tried to kill, well, me for my part of the reward too, right?
I tried. That is what matters. It was not an easy choice. We only knew each other for a short time, but I had grown to like and respect you. We got on well and fought bravely side by side. I threw all that away for gold and skooma.
You know, this tale is getting pretty sad. Did you at the very least get your reward? Please tell me you did.
No.
Oh.
Dupin was murdered by his sister before I made it back to his keep. Our deal died with him. Money is an evil like no other, my friend. It is only just that I die at your hand.
No. Do you still consume? Are you still consuming?
No, I am done with this stuff. I want to die with my senses intact. Kill me now. I am ready.
I'm not gonna do anything like that. really, I'm not. Look, you really seem like you are going through some deep, deep stuff. And clearly, you're not here because anything you did. You're here because of your own choice. You're paying the guards to stay here. So... what do you say we go out of here for a little while? I mean... see what happens.
I fight with you?
Yeah, sort of, if you wanna see it like that. Yeah, look, I'm here to settle down, but I will probably keep wandering off from time to time. I have another friend of mine, Dumrag, right now he's staying in the inn, and maybe if we find ourselves in trouble, you know, bandits attack us and stuff like that, we can watch each other's backs.
Or die defending you.
Yeah.
Yes, I accept. I feel lighter in my heart now you have given me this opportunity. It will be like old times.
No. Because I'm not who you think I am. But you know what? Try to be careful with that bow, please.
Do not joke about such things, my friend. The sadness I feel for what I have done is brutal enough. For now.
You're right, sorry. Oh dear. I seem to have picked up a stray.